Right now it's 4 o'clock and we're following a developing story coming out of Aurora, where a 16-year-old girl was killed in a home invasion. 9 News Investigates' Kevin Vaughn is gathering information right now from police and witnesses. He'll be bringing us an update on that case coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Also happening right now, it's a weather impact day in Colorado. More than 70 businesses and schools are on delay or canceled today. Some folks got to stay home. Others, worked remotely from home. Snow lasted about 1 to 1 this afternoon in various places. And while it's mostly stopped falling, the frigid cold is setting in.
Had a chance to swing by Empower Field today, and snow was falling there as well, Kim.
Really?
Yeah, coming right down at the stadium.
Right there? You didn't want to go out and shovel the field?
No, I was glad the snow was coming down, because if it was going up, we'd have a real story. But it's a little taste of what the Broncos might see. Of course, they're not playing at Empower Field, but that lake effect snow is always a factor in Buffalo. They're playing there on Sunday. In a couple minutes, we're going to hear from what the Bills coach had to say about the wild card matchup with the Broncos. A lot to cover. Thanks for joining us here for 4 o'clock at 9 News. I'm Tom Green.
And I'm Kim Christensen.
Of course, many Coloradans enjoy getting out even in this weather. We always see people running and such. Today, though, surprisingly, didn't see anyone when we were out at Red Rocks. Our team did catch the shovel crew out at the venue doing a little work there this morning.
It was a tough driving day. Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office says there were lots of weather-related crashes, including 2 rollovers. One driver lost control on East Arapahoe Road. The other driver's tires got caught in deep snow and flipped. Fortunately, neither driver was hurt. Just a reminder, though, you can't go slow enough when conditions are like this. Taking a live look from our CDOT cameras around the major highways right now. We got I-70, I-25, I-225. All the roads looking pretty good right now. CDOT says they've been in the snowstorm mode since before the weekend just to get things ready, and so they feel pretty good. Just because the snow is gone, though, doesn't mean conditions can't still be dangerous.
The thing that people have to realize, any wet areas or any areas that still may have some snow, those areas will freeze tonight because the temperatures are going to get very low. So you have to drive with extra care as the sun goes down, and you have to watch out for black ice.
Like you're saying, take extra time tonight. The roads are going to stay slick with temperatures dropping so low. How low? Well, Kathy Sabin's here with more on that. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, guys. I think lower than perhaps you are going to want.
That's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the coldest. Yeah, one of the coldest nights that we have seen in quite some time. We're going for a low of around 6 above 0. And after a day with temperatures in the 20s, we've seen no snow melt, so snow is accumulated. They put the chemicals on the roadway, and whatever looked like it was wet is going to be black ice tonight. And still some issues with visibility out there. Even though the snow is decreasing from north to south, the weather impact day is extended out because icy, snow-packed roads and sidewalks, travel issues at DIA, something that we're going to expect this evening and then again tomorrow. Tonight, we have clearing and cold conditions, but that ice will definitely be a factor for anybody traveling by land or by air. We're seeing the snow come to an end with the heaviest snow between Castle Rock, Colorado Springs, and down to the New Mexico line. All of the winter weather and travel advisories have canceled out. We're sitting at 21 degrees currently in Denver, 24 in Fort Collins. Winds are light out of the east and northeast, and with good radiational cooling tonight, we expect a really cold night with the biggest travel impacts in the next 3 hours from Colorado Springs down to the New Mexico line. With the clearing skies, you're going to get some sunshine tomorrow. It's going to look good. It's going to feel a little bit better than what we saw today, but just be mindful of this big temperature swing. Again, a bitter cold night coming up. More on this and the next storm and round of snow we're expecting later in the week.
A 16-year-old girl is dead after a break-in and a shooting this morning at an apartment in Aurora. Aurora police believe 2 men were involved. They haven't identified suspects. At
this point, one witness only describing those men as wearing dark clothing. Kevin Vaughn from 9 News Investigates is at District 1 Police Station in Aurora. And Kevin, it sounds like police still have many more questions than answers as of now.
That's right, Tom and Kim. It's still not clear whether the people living in this apartment knew their attackers or what motivated these 2 men.
I was awoken by 2 gunshots. I woke up, looked out the window.
It was about 6:30 a.m. at the Willowick Apartments along East Jewell Avenue. Christopher Espinoza recalled the scene.
I saw 2 males running from the suspected apartment. At that time, another male exited the apartment screaming out that they shot my baby. They shot my baby. He was very distraught. He was then taken by another male into the house, and that's when I had called 911.
When police officers arrived, they found a teenage girl in grave condition.
On scene, officers quickly located the victim, immediately started life-saving measures, and the victim was taken to a local hospital where she later died.
Captain Mark Paulino described the chaos in the second-floor apartment.
They got inside, there was multiple people inside the apartment. A physical struggle ensued, and multiple shots were fired.
Police spent the morning working a crime scene that stretched from the apartments to a car wash next door. And while they still didn't know the who or the why, they knew this.
While we're still trying to figure out what exactly occurred this morning, I don't want us to lose sight that a 16-year-old girl lost her life, and that is a terrible, terrible tragedy.
The witness we talked to described the men only as wearing dark clothing. He told us he did not get a look at their faces. Meanwhile, Aurora police asked for the public's help, asking that anyone with any information reach out to Crime Stoppers or Aurora police and tell them what you know. Live in Aurora, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
Thanks, Kevin. Just a terrible story, 16-year-old. Thank you. A man from Colorado is the latest person arrested for the Capitol riot on January 6th back in 2021. 26-year-old Jonathan Wayne Duke Venator of Boulder was arrested yesterday, 4 years to the day after the insurrection. The FBI says Venator was with his father in D.C. in 2021. Both were arrested for assaulting, resisting officers, and obstruction. They face multiple charges for entering the Capitol and engaging in physical violence in the building. The FBI says body camera video shows some of that violence was against officers trying to protect the Capitol. The sentencing of President-elect Trump will go on as planned on Friday. Today, a New York appeals judge denied his bid for an emergency order to delay that sentencing. This is for the New York conviction in the hush money case. The president-elect is expected to be sentenced just 10 days before his inauguration. He will be sentenced for 34 counts of falsifying business records.